Oh, okay. Hello. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Dream, or what people have called me before is Sailor. And I'm going to be recording my Sims 2 gameplay. Hopefully the game isn't too loud. I will figure this out as time goes on. Let me actually double check that. There we go. It was pretty loud for me. Anyways, we're gonna be playing in Pleasant View, and we're just gonna jump in and start from there and start from where I am. I've already played through most of the original settlers, like Mortimer, Dina. So like I feel like there's so many channels out there that I even watch from time to time that start off there, and I was just like, why not start where their kids are? And their kids right now are adults having their own children. So let's go into Pleasant View, and yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is start off with the first family that is actually in my round. Usually you start off with Don Lothario, and then you move over to the Goths. And then once you go into the Goths, Don Lothario marries Cassandra, or he doesn't. But in my game, he does. So he married Cassandra, and they had 2 kids. There was a lot of infidelity. There was a lot of up and down. And, yeah. There was, as we all know, the story of Don Lothario getting with Cassandra and just, like, tearing her whole world apart. So they had 2 girls, I believe Blair Lothario and Salem Lothario. Salem is in another household. I won't go too much into that. What I'll do is focus on the family within the household so I don't confuse you. So as we know, as most of us know the story of Don and Cassandra, but theirs was a little rocky in my game. Cassandra was dealing with a lot. She stayed with Don for the girls, but from time to time she would get wants to see Darren. So I ended up letting her, and one day while Don was at work, Cassandra slept with Darren, and they had Dominic. So Cassandra had 3 kids, Salem, Blair with Don, and then Dominic with Darren. Darren Dreamer. Yes. So their house was just all over the place. It was pretty much broken, but Don Lothario and Cassandra Lothario pretty much stayed together until the end. Don left this sim world first, and then Cassandra right behind him. But they left their house, which I did move them out of the Goth manor, because Mortimer, I'm just going to say Mortimer did not approve. He did not. So he was just like, well, I'll give you some money for a new home, because I love you, Cassie, but you're not staying in the Goth manor. You're not inheriting that. So they ended up getting into this house that we're looking at now over here. I don't know the name of the house. What's the name of the house? Or the street name? It's 225 Main Street. I've renamed some of the lots to try to match some of the name of the streets, but I'm not sure, because sometimes I move the houses around so that I can try to fill them up a bit. But anyways, who lives in this household is Blair Lothario, her son Lucas Lothario, and obviously he has his mother's maiden name because he was born out of wedlock, and we'll get into that. Dominic, which is Cassie's third child, and then Charlene Lothario, who is Dominic's wife that he met in college. And Dusty is Blair's cat. Okay, so we're just gonna go right into this household, and we'll get to know them a bit more. Meet you there. Okay. We're actually catching Blair on the toilet, but I zoomed in so much so that we, give her a little bit of privacy. This is Blair Lothario in all her beauty. Cassie and Dawn honestly have some beautiful sim babies. And, as you can see, she's a grown little woman who's 15 days, out until she is an elder. She is currently not married to anyone, but, obviously she has her attractions. She has, even though she's a family sim, she hasn't really rolled the want to marry anyone except her baby daddy. And her baby daddy is Bo Broke. Now, Bo Broke, the reason why it has not worked for them is because Blair is his mistress. I think she's gotten a little fed up with him, and also she's been preoccupied as a mom to Lucas that she hasn't really rolled any wants to see him. And also, I think she is secondary. Oh no, she's secondary popularity sim. So she is a family sim, secondary popularity. So a lot of her popularity wants are overpowering the others because what I assume is like she's just a little fed up with that. She's just like, you know what? I'm just going to take care of my son and be here for my family as much as I can. She's very simple, a simple gal. But here's her, like, her and her brother are okay. They're not as close, but he moved back into the household because he needed a place to stay after college. Honestly, him and his wife need to work to stack their money just a little bit so that they can get their own place. And then here's Salem. Salem is actually her younger sister, and she's very close with her. And Salem is married to someone and lives, with her husband. And we'll go into that later on about what they're involved with and everything. And she works in the adventurer career. I really should download a mod so we can see exactly where they are in their career, but she's a spelunker, whatever that is. She makes $2.25. What is that, an hour? Let me change the time to force that 12-hour. Okay, and then it looks like today is Sunday at 11 p.m. I was playing a bit because I wanted to start at the first family in the round and kind of, tune in, but I really wanted to play and get on here and, not show the original founders of Pleasant View, because sometimes it can just get a little repetitive. Even when I'm watching, I just watch the same people from time to time, but even when I'm watching, it can get a little repetitive. But it's always fun to see where they end up, right? Anyways, she is a Cancer. She's much more neat than she is sloppy. She's very shy. She's very active. She can be a little bit more serious than she is playful, and then she's really nice. I don't write them any bios. I don't go all out. I'm not very detailed. I think the only thing that I'm detailed with is their stories, but I don't necessarily give them bios or write it down in the panel like when you first come into the town. I don't even know what that's called. She's a bit what the Sims 2 would call overweight. She's just got a little bit of little something going on, but Sims 2, to me, they'll never be overweight. Her one true hobby is science, but she's very much into games, as they all are when they're teens. And she has a lot of memories that we don't have to go through, but just to look at, what her early childhood was like. Um, Kendall must have been a babysitter, a nanny, because I'm like, who is that? Mortimer obviously got married, as we all know, I believe to Dina, but we'll go into that later. She learned to walk from her father. She learned to talk from her father, as well as potty train. So, as we all know, Don is a really good dad because Cassandra works a lot. She's, but he's always there for his kids. We all have that same story with him. Is he's a really good dad, but he's not a really good husband. She did learn to study from Cassie. I mean, who's surprised about that? She did not go to college. I think that's for her. Oh, no, no, she did go to college. I am tripping. She did go to college. I don't remember what she studied, but she obviously studied something to where she's an adventurer now. But, yeah. Who did? Oh, Dominic. Ugh, we'll go into his stuff. Oh, let me not forget, her turn-ons are blonde hair and custom hair, and her turn-off is unemployed. It's funny because the thing with Bo is that he's blonde, but for a long time he was unemployed, and Bo is married. So that's why Blair is his mistress, because he wasn't necessarily committed. He wasn't necessarily committed to his wife throughout their marriage, obviously. But yep, let's take a look at her family tree. Oops. So there's Cassie, there's Dawn, there's her sister Salem and her brother Dominic, and here's her son Lucas. His dad Bo. He also has a half brother, Jeb, and we will go into his side of the family tree soon, but focusing on this for now. Yes, this is Blair's story. She's pretty quiet. She's really into kind of like her mom, but I don't know. She just has not rolled a want to be with anybody else but Bo. And I've tried to see her to, off with other people, but it just has not gone that far. But hopefully we'll get to see a love story blossom with Blair. So let's move on. Charlene is the wife of Dominic. She met him in college. To me, I'm not going to say she's nothing special, but I can do a quick rundown of her because she's obviously she doesn't really have much of a background. Like if we were to go in her family tree, it's just her. She is someone that I created in the body shop. So she is a sim that I created because if Dominic wasn't really into anyone in high school, then I will put, once they go to college, hopefully they'll either meet someone in college or they will get with a sim that I created, and she was one. To me, Charlene comes from like an island. Like she would come from that vacation world in from Bon Voyage. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the one that's like beachy and islandy and all of that. To me, she comes from there, but she settled here with Dominic in Pleasant View. She's unemployed currently because she has not rolled a want to get a job, but she is pregnant. Her and Dominic are pregnant, and they just got married. Her turn-ons are unemployed and handy, and what the Sims 2 say is fatness is her turn off. They just went on an island vacation, so I assume that they went back to her hometown. She wanted to go back and just quote unquote, tell her family all of that good stuff. And it was also something new for Dominic. But as you can see, they went to college. Her first kiss was with a mystery sim. Anyways, she went off to college and she was with Dominic most of the time. They hit it off. They did go to college with other Sims, Brandon Huffman, Sherman Burb, and Lenny Mishnik. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. She was into them at first, but she hit it off more with Dominic, so it was gonna be out of those Sims as well. But Charlene, it's almost like I play Bachelor and Bachelorette through the college times, because that's when I want them to find their little families. Are you gonna be single like Blair? Like Blair didn't find anybody. Anyways, yeah. She's unemployed. She is a Gemini. She's sloppy, outgoing, active, very serious, and grouchy. I don't want to say very serious, but she's serious and grouchy. Her one true hobby is sports. She does seem very active to me. She likes to go jogging. Her and Dominic actually go jogging often. They both want a car right now, I think, but household funds, I don't know about that. I do believe she is a popularity sim, but her secondary aspiration is knowledge. So she was able to get through college pretty well with having that, but popularity and like pleasure sims are not my favorite because their like wants overpower everything. And then here's Dominic. He's playing his game. Let's see if I can unpause and get him to look up for a second. Hey, Dom, do you mind for a second, pal? Thank you. This is Dominic. Him and his brother actually have the same hairstyle, only Dominic has a style, and don't mind it coming off of his head. This is The Sims 2. They're trying with the CC. Whatever. I don't know. But Dominic has a little. He's got a design on his fade, rather than where his brother Dirk doesn't. Where's his brother? Oops. Are you not that close with your brother? I don't think so. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened. Wow. I didn't know he wasn't that close with his brother. Maybe there's something there. Anyways, this is, he is a dreamer, but was born out of wedlock because his father and his mother were not married to each other, but his stepfather is, the name that he was born into. So he's a Lothario, and he will carry the Lothario name. And Dirk is his brother, Darren is his father, and any of other Darren's kids that he had with his second marriage is his siblings as well. His sisters, of course, are Salem, who he is not that close with. Neither is he that close to Blair. What is going on, Dominic? I don't know. But he's best friends with other people. He didn't really hit it off with too many of the people that he went to college with. I'm just realizing that. Dom, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to double check and see if he's actually currently looking for a job, because he rolled a want to get a job, but I didn't lock it in because it didn't match his major. Or his degree. And for me, if I see that they want a job, I'll be like, cool, got it. I'm not going to lock it in if it doesn't match with the degree that they got, because it's like, come on, I took all that time for you to go to college. That was the major that you chose, so you're going to pick a job according to that major. So he is currently looking for a job, and when one comes up that matches his degree, he will he'll take that one. He has one true hobby for tinkering, but he doesn't do much tinkering. He doesn't really roll the want to do that. He more so rolls the want to go jogging with his wife. He is an Aquarius, so therefore he is a family sim. He's a little bit on the sloppy side, kind of shy, a little bit lazy. He's very playful, and he's really nice, and he's very fit, obviously, from doing everything that he does with his fitness. His turn-ons are unemployed and a great cook. and then his turn off is swimwear. Those are always so funny to me. I don't even mess with them. I let them randomize unless, no, I kind of let them randomize because I just feel like it doesn't matter. And then his secondary, which looks like I can pick two right now. His secondary is actually Fortune. I think his brother is also a Fortune sim, I believe. I don't think it was his dad. I think it was his brother. So he is a Fortune sim and a family sim, which I feel like go great together, because you know, he's the man of the household or for his family, so he does want to provide. Okay, moving on. And as we go on with the families as well, hopefully we'll learn more. We'll learn more about them because it's like I learn a little bit about my Sims, but based on their wants is what makes me think that they're this way or that way or whatnot. All right, come here, Lucas. Can you stand here for a second? Also, because I don't think your mom can get out of the bathroom if you're standing there. Oh, really? You're just gonna turn around? Okay, so here is little Lucas. Where did I just go? Here is little Lucas. He's adorable. This is Bo Broke's son, but he was born out of wedlock, so he will be a Lothario and carry that name unless they got married. But I don't think that's going to happen. He does want to have a new family member, which I think is really cute because his aunt is currently pregnant. He's really close with his mom and also his aunt because Salem used to live here for a little while. So they got really close. And he's also close with whoever he comes in contact. He's a really friendly kid. Speaking of that, he's a C+. He just became a child. So, he just started going to school. He is an Aries, and I forget, I don't know them like right off the bat of which aspiration he will have. I do have it. Google has it. I don't have it. Google has it. But anyways, he's more neat. He's outgoing, active. He's a little serious. And he's very nice, which I think is a really crazy combination to have because he's all of these things, nice and outgoing, but he's a little serious. He is into fitness. I think I had him jump rope and that's how he found out. Here we have, when he was a toddler, he did get to meet his grandma for a little bit, or when he was a baby, I should say. And Cassie died, unfortunately, so he did experience that. He learned to talk from his mom. He probably learned, I was gonna say he learned from he's learned everything from his mom, but Salem was here for the time too, so she helped out. But he mostly learned everything. Oh my goodness. Also, just recently, when he became a child, his first 2 days of school, while his mom was at work, of course, there was a nanny at the house, so when he got home, someone would be there. Both times, they died on him. So, Miss Callista, desperate, and Karen Gast has passed away. I don't know if they spawn every time in the game, but if you recognize them as nanny spawners, there it is. We're not going to see them any longer. I didn't even know that could happen, unless it's a mod I have in my game. I did not know. I did not know. I'm going to go ahead and give him a motives tree. But yeah, we don't know much about them when they're kids, except for obviously that he gets really close with whoever he comes in contact with so far. He's a really good kid. And yeah, but we'll see how that goes and that plays out with him not knowing his father because he doesn't come around. I mean, obviously in his relationship panel, we don't see Bo. Bo is he's a little different in my game. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Bo be the type of person he is because Bo is just not he's not my favorite sim. I'm not gonna lie. And then we have little Dusty over here. He's a really good cat. For a while when Salem was here, we had another cat. Let me see if it shows up in his panel. Onyx was a terrorizer. Okay, Onyx was the worst. But Dusty here is a really good cat, and I love him. He's cute. Yeah. He has no job. Nobody ever rolled a want to get the cat a job, and I appreciate that because I hate when they roll that want. It's just like, let the pet be a pet. They don't have to go to work, but sometimes they do. Currently, it is spring. We have 2 days left. It looks like it is currently raining right now, and Dominic feels the need to come out and play in the, what does that say? Industrious? Oh, okay. Yeah, because they went on vacation. So there it is. Even though she's a popularity sim, what's her secondary? Oh, knowledge. She does have the want to have a baby, and so does Dominic. So they did try on their vacation, and I think she came back home pregnant. So fun. So fun. Sometimes I like for them to have a little fun before they have a baby and like figure out if they want to have a job or what they want to do. But some of my sims have gotten pregnant right away or not at all. I think I have some sims that we'll get to meet that are still boyfriend and girlfriend living with each other, have not had any kids, and they're older than this family. Like, I think they're going to be older soon. But hey, that was how life played out for them. But this also, just to give you a little tour, is, if you can, sorry about that. If you can recognize this house, you know I think sometimes it's where most of people put the Burb family, but it was where I decided to place Cassandra and Dawn. And this is where they have lived out their life. Their daughters did used to share a room, and then their son had this room. But for now, it is where little Lucas has his bedroom up here. Charlene looks like she's going in there to use the computer because that's where the computer is located. It's one of the bigger rooms, so... This is Charlene and Dominic's room. It used to be Salem, so they haven't done much decorating to it because I figured they would keep it as a guest bedroom. But since they're having a baby, I actually want them to start getting a job. It is very much still decorated from when Cassie decorated. I imagine that she decorated this, and they haven't changed much of it because Blair has a lot of her mom's style. And I assume that she kept it because she enjoyed it, except for her bedroom. This is Blair's bedroom where Lucas does tend to go to sleep at. He likes to sleep with his mom. And she changed it. To me, she's kind of boring. She's kind of bland. Let me not say that. She just likes more, like, things to be a little bit more simple. She did keep her mom's little science room, because I believe she's into science, right? She is. So I kept this little medicine room, whatever this is, but she kept that. The kitchen. And I imagine that the kitchen, it was something that Cassie liked because Don, you know, he was really into that whole, like, modern, masculine style, but she was just like, you know what, we'll do that with the kitchen. But the rest of it has to be, like, this traditional, modern look to it, which at the time for Cassie, this was modern and traditional. But now it just looks old and traditional. Traditional old. And then this is the downstairs bathroom. I think the upstairs bathroom still looks original to when they first got it, because I don't really care for that. I just don't. They have a little pool out here, but that only the toddlers are able to use, but I just kept it because it looks cute. I believe that Blair wanted this, but she never uses it. They have a telescope because, you know, her hobby is science, so I do let her have that. And I believe that was Cassie's when she was here. They just kept it. They have a small like garden, flower bush, whatever, but that's about it. I have not done much to this house because as much as Cassie had, you know, as far as money-wise goes and Dawn, I mean, they have a lot when it comes to, like, assets, you know, as far as furniture in this house, but as far as money, like, in reserve, they don't have a lot of it. Okay. They did just recently have their wedding, so I'm surprised that she still wants to have a party, but also not surprised because she's a popularity sim. But that's pretty much it. I feel like introductions are good for now, because obviously we have one day left in spring. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here, or yeah, pretty much stop the recording here because it says that it's at 25 minutes, and I don't want to make this too long if this is one of my first videos. But this is where so far the first round. Uh-oh. Let me know. I mean, not the first round. This is where I'm at as far as rounds. I think it's like round 11. And this is where one of Cassie's kids ended up. Oh, and I think a lot of people would be surprised that no, Dawn has not had any other kids out of wedlock. It was actually just Cassie. He saw a lot of women, but he just fortunately did not get anyone pregnant except for Cassandra. So that was a first for even me. As far as, you know, when it comes to Don Lothario. But, okay, I'm gonna have them take care of themselves and play out the day and just do their thing. And then, I will be back in the next, who the next family is. I believe, I have a sheet for that, but I'll have to pull that up and get it just a second. Okay, so basically the next family for the 11th round is the Goth Manor, which is Alexander, his wife, and I believe they have 2 or 3 kids. And I think his wife is pregnant again, so we will get to see that, and that is her uncle. I don't believe that she has an actual relationship with him. I'm really bad at keeping up with relationships, but whenever they do want to throw parties, I try to invite them over. I don't know what the mods are called by name, but if you're familiar with The Sims 2, or even if you're not, this is a teleporter mod that you can get. You just enable and summon and Goth. I can summon Alexander and have him come over and like meet. And this is Delilah, his wife, and then this is some of the, you know, some of her family with the Goth name. But yeah, that is the next family that I will be back on, and we'll get to talk about them and what's up with them. And I don't think any real gameplay will come until I pretty much finish the 11th round. But so far they are being so cute. Shh, but she's hungry. Let's go eat. But alright, that's it for now. Again, I will see you guys with the next family. Bye-bye.